heart of Kentucky, just outside a small town known as Fair Play, sits a seemingly insignificant store called Coomer's Trading Post. While this ramshackle building primarily serves the area as a diner, complete with down-home accoutrement and clientele, it's also the makeshift headquarters for a burgeoning business enterprise.
There it is, boys, right there. Look at it, boys, look at it.
With Kentucky crude oil residing in a layer of Knox dolomite running throughout Appalachia. And the successful entrepreneur who owns all this, none other than Travis Coomer. Ever heard of him?
Heard a lot of things. Nothing good.
In order to make money, Travis Coomer drills oil wells, searching for that black gold buried deep in the soil. And Travis can't make his money unless he's pumping crude. And Travis ain't winning truck pulls. You know just what he's gonna do. Real black gold and moonshine, make it shine every day. And the right way is the hard way. He's gonna pull that way.
There it is, boys, right there. Look at it, boys, look
That's
at
a
it.
black gold moonshiner way.
My name is Travis Coomer.
Hello.
I've drilled thousands of holes since 1974, 75, and if a chip paint and rust could talk, the stories it could tell. You know, I've had streaks where I hit 10 or 15 wells in a row, and I've also went and drilled 50 wells without hitting anything.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? I was sitting there at the office this morning and got a call from Tony. Said them boys had hit a big oil well over in Russell County, and it was right next to them Lloyd boys. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, they own a bunch of land. They own about 1,000 acres up there.
I do a lot of wildcatting trying to find new oil, and when you do that, you'll drill a lot of dry holes. It's kind of a numbers game. A blind sow find an acorn every once in a while, so you just got to keep drilling.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get off here then and run up there before somebody else gets to 'em.
I knowed I had to find Jimmy Lloyd real quick.
All right, yeah, boy, we see you. Tony, how you think a man needs to approach them Lloyd boys to lease that land over there?
Well, I don't know. They tough customers. You know how them Lloyds are. What do you think Jimmy's gonna ask you on that?
Well, I figure he asks us $25,000 for it. Might even ask more than that. They got about 1,000 acres, but I'm gonna try to get it around 10. I hate to pay anything over 10 for it, but you know, I'm gonna try to lease it because I think there's some big oil on it.
One place I know Jimmy would be is at the cattle auction. Why, if Jimmy has a good day at the auction, maybe he'll give me a good deal on his lease.
Well, it looks like you're going for a good sale here at the stockyards. Stockyards here owned by the Lloyd brothers. It's a family-oriented operation. They got one here in Somerset, Kentucky, and Glasgow and Paris, Kentucky. You know, one of the bigger livestock sellers in the state.
I've got to find Jimmy. He's probably up here in the sale ring, I guess. I spotted Jimmy down low right in the crowd. There's one rule at the auction: don't ever point, because you might buy something. Oops. I'm gonna talk to Jimmy, try to talk to him about like there ain't no oil on this property, and make him think he's getting free money, but I think there's a bunch of oil there.
Cattle's up a little, ain't it?
Yeah, they up a little.
I'd like to try to lease your land. What do you take, about $4,000 or $5,000 for that lease?
Oh, and I couldn't near take that.
Oh, no.
I was thinking on about 25,000.
Oh, mate, Jimmy.
25,000, I guess he called my bluff.
25,000, that's a lot of money.
I'm the one spending all the money. I'm the one taking all the risk.
Man got to hit a bunch of oil cheap as it is.
Well,
I'll give $10,000 for your lease.
And I tell you what, since I know you and you're a pretty good fella, I'll take 20,000.
He's getting free money. He needs to take it.
Well, that's more than I want to pay you. But I'd like to have you leased. I brought $15,000 cash.
I always try to have some cash on me.
If you take $15,000, I'll just lease it off of you.
Cash is hard to turn down.
I tell you what, I'll split the difference with you. I'll take 17,500.
Well, I only brought $15,000, and that there's plenty for your lease.
Well, you can give me the other 2,500 later.
No, I can't. I don't believe I can do that. I'll give you that $15,000 a day. We'll draw it up right here. I've got my lease with me, and I'll get a permit, and I'll be drilling in 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm gonna trade with you.
Man, he's tough, but I'm tougher.
So I didn't really want to pay that much. Stand right there. Oil's cheap, been cheap now for 6-8 months, but I went ahead and leased his land because I feel like he got a lot of oil on it. Them boys are a little hard to deal with, but they good boys, you know. I'll take that and get it recorded, and I'll get a surveyor down there, get a well surveyed, and get started drilling.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'd like to stay here and talk to you longer, but I know you got a lot of cattle. So.
Yeah, y'all gonna come up there and watch us sell a few cattle?
Yeah, we'll probably come up there and watch
Okay.
you sell some. I'll bring some up here in a few days. I've got a bunch about ready to go.
You bring them up here and we'll sell them for you.
Okay, buddy.
We'll get you the highest dollar.
Thank you, Jimmy. We'll see you, buddy.
While Travis waits on the survey for his new drill site, he heads off to tend to his other passion, moonshine. When we come back, we'll see Travis' secret to making moonshine with a bite.
Right here's my reach.
Travis, I gotta go.
No, come here, man, Tom.
Stay tuned to Coomer's Country. Coomer's Country is being brought to you by Black Gold Moonshine, real Kentucky moonshine made the right way. And by Bit Brokers, tricones, hole openers, cutters, and more. Don't drill without Bit Brokers. And by Switzerland County Tourism. Switzerland County, we live it, you'll love it. And by Jeffrey Machine, the world's largest privately owned auger company. And by Dustless Blasting, it's the future of surface preparation. Besides the trading post, Travis Coomer has a facility where he stores and maintains his drilling equipment, his competition pulling truck, and a new business venture.
Everybody loves good Kentucky moonshine.
What do you know, Klein?
Trav, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
A lot of time people come into my shop and they want to brew their own stuff. Clinus, on the other hand, is an old-time shiner.
Had you seen this new steel?
No, sir.
Clinus been doing it the hard way with just an old conventional steel with a worm and a pot. You know, I got this electric one and the proof will come out 190 proof. It's just a lot better machine.
After you get your beer soured and everything in them barrels, why, you pour your mash in here. This thing's electric. Don't have to have no fire under it.
Yeah.
Whenever it gets up to 180 or something like that close, you got a gauge here that tells you what temperature it is. Why, it'll start making moonshine, and here's where you put your hydrometer, and it'll tell you what proof it's coming out.
Moonshine is made out of corn. A lot of people makes it out of rye, sour taters, and that makes your moonshine taste bad. I like to use 100% corn. Corn whiskey is the best whiskey you can buy.
So it'd be all right. You get it set up and running good. It'd take me a while to get used to it.
Well, I just want to show it to you.
All right, buddy.
I bought that steel for methanol for my pulling trucks, but it seems like I get a lot more traffic, somebody wanting to taste the moonshine or buy some moonshine.
Travis.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, Tim says you got a fresh batch of shine.
El Diablo come all the way from Illinois. You need some?
Yeah, I think so. We got some customers coming in from all over the world lately. Matter of fact, we got some from Japan coming in next month. They want two things, American women and some real Kentucky moonshine.
I agree with you. Ain't nothing no better than moonshine and Kentucky women. All right, I get $80 a gallon. How many gallons you want?
How about just one?
1 gallon?
Yeah.
I always keep some good moonshine around for my friends, and most time I can whip up a gallon of moonshine for $60, $80.
You know, I really got a bargain at $80, but I was prepared to pay $100.
Tom McConnell come in here. I had called him to try to get my moonshine legal, and he thought I was calling him to talk to him about my pulling truck, because Tom does a lot of truck pulling. The damn law's been out here 2 or 3 times here in the last little bit. I told them we was making some ethanol with it, and I need to try to get legal with this, because they...
You mean do a legal moonshine?
Legal moonshine, black gold moonshine.
Travis, I am the guy to solve your problems, buddy. I got that figured out. I know I can help Travis out on developing his own moonshine. I know a guy in Georgetown, Kentucky, a direct descendant of President John Adams.
President John Adams? I think he's dead, but if he can get my moonshine legal, I'll be glad to raise his spirits. Spirits?
Oh, your stuff tastes better than anybody else's I've tasted.
Right here's my reached in there. They put worms in tequila, but moonshine, you need something that's got a little more bite.
Travis, I gotta go.
Oh, come here, man, Tom. I ain't gonna get this snake after you.
It's not all fun and games when old Travis gets a visit from the constable when we come back on Coomer's Country. Now, back at the trading post, Travis Coomer is about to receive an unwelcome guest.
Everyone in Kentucky loves that shine, especially the police.
You want a shot of it? Tastes pretty good.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, hey, what's going on there?
Little rumor going around need to talk to you about a little bit.
Rumor? Who, me?
Somebody said you was making shine again.
All I could think about is please don't look to your right.
No,
I know it's been voted in to be legal here, but it hasn't got legal yet. I know Travis is trying to get legal, and he's got people coming to help him get his paperwork all in order, but I've had a ball harassing him. Travis.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I told you about having this moonshine still now, didn't I?
I'll give you a gallon of it or something, just kind of let me slide on it.
Something?
Yeah, I'll give you a gallon there. And,
Yeah, I think you'd do better than that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could probably give you 2 gallons. 2 gallons? I got to give up 2 gallons?
That'll work for a while.
Oh, that's bad. All right, here, take this with you, and I'm trying to get this thing set up, make some methanol for my truck. But that's new. This ain't nothing ever been run through it, so
You can smell it there.
You smell it?
Yeah, you can smell it.
I got to start making some methanol for my truck some of these days. Smell that methanol. I've been running my trucks. That's what you're smelling. Get the police off of my back.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
See you, Travis.
All right, buddy. Yeah, thank you.
I love to harass Travis. He's a easy mark and easy to harass. But I'm giving him a break as much as I can.
Travis.
Hey, Tim. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, been a while. Doing good. Yeah, good. Oh, Tim, he's out in Illinois. He sells me bits. I've been buying bits from him for 20 years, but he's the one selling me bits that does all the hard work. Sit down here and give you a shot of this new batch of moonshine we just run off.
He's a lot of fun. I love it down here, and I love these people.
What about your bits? How are they better than hammer bits?
Well, they're drilling 2 or 3 times faster than hammers even, but there's no vibration. A lot easier on your rig, a lot cheaper on your fuel and everything else because you're going to get down the hole quicker. There's no moving parts to it. It flies. These PDC bits is phenomenal. I mean, we've had really good luck with them in the geothermal industry. The oil field runs them a lot.
I've not heard of not near a driller talking about running a PDQ bit. That's a
PDC.
PDC. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be pretty damn quick. How much one of them PDC bits cost?
You want a new one or you want a used one? You want to try a used one to start with? You're looking right around 6,000.
6,000 PDC must be pretty damn costly. What if a man bought one of them 8-inch and 2 of the 6 1/4? Could you do any better on the price?
Probably cut you 5% right off the top.
5%? That ain't very much. Man, I just paid $25,000 for that lease over there, and now here they want me to run this new bit, supposed to cut twice the footage, and if it's too good to be true, most time it is.
How about 6?
6% ain't much. I don't know. I was thinking more like 50%.
Come on, man, you got more money than God. Come on.
Oh, man.
So, what's 1%?
What about 10%?
Damn, Travis. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'd like to try your bits. I mean, it'd be worth something to you to get all these air boys running that type bit down here. Sell a lot of bits for you if it did.
Well, I screwed up. I priced that puppy to you too cheap right out of the gate. Then.
Well, that's probably where you messed up at.
Yeah, first shot we can do that. It's a lot of fun negotiating with Travis. Good thing about knowing him for 20 years is I know how to raise that price before I come to negotiate. Once he tries these bets, he's gonna pay anything I want just to have him here on time.
The adventure begins. Travis makes his mark on the new lease on Lloyd's Ranch when we come back to Coomer's country. Coomer's Country is being brought to you by Black Gold Moonshine, real Kentucky moonshine made the right way. Bit brokers, tricones, hole openers, cutters, and more. Don't drill without bit brokers. Switzerland County Tourism. Switzerland County, we live it, you'll love it. Jeffrey Machine, the world's largest privately owned auger company. And by Dustless Blasting. It's the future of surface preparation. With the new drill bit on order, Travis Coomer and his crew get ready to head out to the Loy Ranch in search of black gold.
That lease we drawed up is good for 1 year. I've got to hit all, or my lease, I've lost $15,000 on 1 year. If we hit a big well on Jimmy at the end of that year, as long as I'm selling all, that'll hold his lease. Yeah, them boys will get an 8 of whatever comes out of that hole, 12.5%. The state gets 4.5% right off the top of it. You know, then if you got some investors, they get their part, and, you know, on this particular hole, I got 100% of it besides the landowner's part. So I got 87.5% of this hole. But if I go out there and drill 3 or 4 dry holes, and, you know, it costs $75,000, $80,000, maybe $100 to drill them holes, and at the end of that year, I ain't got no oil, I've lost almost $500,000.
With over 40 years of experience, I bet Travis has a proven method of picking the best place to start drilling.
I pick my locations a lot of time by closeology. A lot of oil people use a geologist, and I like closeology. What that is, I mean drill close to where there's been some oil found before, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's why we picked this, and they supposed to have been a 30-barrel-day well about 250 foot from us back 25 years ago, and that's why we're drilling right here. There hadn't been nothing drilled right here in this area, and I believe we're on a little high right here, and I believe that's where the oil's gonna be found at. Where's that hole at? Tony, back me up here to the, where you want me at there.
You need to get over this way a little.
Well,
no,
we don't, you know, we need to be in front of that bar.
I was thinking the other way.
Them old cows don't really bother us. We got to put our stuff up when we leave. They'll eat our pipe dope if you leave it setting out, and that's what you grease your threads with when you're drilling. But they don't really hurt anything being in that pasture where we're working at, and we don't bother them. Don't put this on the upper side or lower side.
It don't matter.
We got over at the Lowy Boys lease and got everything fired up and moved the drill and the steel truck over on the location, and we put the blocks down. That's a must. Check that oil every time you crank that engine, Mason. This thing ain't been started all winter, maybe it'll start.
And we got on location with the rig, and we set our blocks, put our jacks down, leveled the rig. We have to level the rig so we can get a good straight hole. And once we leveled the rig, then we started to drill.
The inspector's here. I gotta go talk to him, our state inspector. We got an inspector from the Department of Mines and Minerals, and first thing you gotta do is survey that well and then send it into the state, and hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks or a month you'll get a permit. And then you gotta call the inspector before you start that hole, let him know that you're moving on. You know, they watch you do it and watch you set pipe, cement, and then if you was to get an oil well, then you gotta fill out a completion report and send to the state where they know what's been done. This acts like it's level if you want to. Is it level? Pretty good. What about up and down this way? That hole will probably go 1,800 feet deep, and you'll go through that first and second, third break, and that's where most time the oil's at.
Well, there's several different problems. We go into a cave. Then if you hit a cave, we got to sit, pipe down through the cave, cement that, and then go back in and start drilling again. We don't have any problems approximately 2 days.
About 100 foot in an ox, a lot of time you'll get watered out. You know, at that time, it's time to quit. Piss on the fire and call in the dogs and go do something else.
As the drilling continues, find out next week what happens when Travis decides to take a gander at the neighbor's well.
By God, I tell you what, this is my lease. You're drilling over here. You're drilling too close to the damn line.
Yeah, now you put me, I'll put one right up under you over here. I'll do a horizontal hole and you won't be making no hole in a day or two.
What other kind of problems will he face? You'll have to wait and see on Coomer's Country next week.